Check.
No, I don't.
Ms. Greer, are you there?
I'm here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Mr. Huck, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, good morning. My name is
Morning.
Brian Oakley. I'm one of the judges at the 34th District Court. I've got a file with your name on it. Counsel, your appearance for Mr. Huck.
Sharon Greer appearing on behalf of Mr. Gregory Hook.
All right, and Andy, it looks like we got to get the prosecutor involved. I thought she'd be in the waiting room. All right, Sharon, let me, Jane Gillis is prosecuting today. Let me,
Isn't she here in person?
she is, but I don't know if she was planning on zooming in from the office or actually walking into the courtroom. So let me figure that out.
Okay.
Mr. Huck, just bear with us. The prosecutor's having trouble joining in the meeting. We've got to get the prosecutor hooked up with Ms. Greer.
Okay.
Looks like there's a Pros 1B in the waiting room, Judge.
Well, let's find out. Do you know who Steve Hyder is? Is that a name on the docket?
Steve Hyder is an attorney that's scheduled at 9:10.
Thanks. Let's bring the pros in. Do you know how to rename people, Andy?
Yes, I do.
All right, you can take care of that for me because I haven't figured that one out yet.
Do you want me to rename prosecutor?
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that's probably Jane. Yeah,
Right.
I never figured that out. Okay. Yeah, let's just bring her in. She's probably going to want to break out with Sharon Greer. Miss Gillis, can you hear me? Andy, do you have a sheet with the phone numbers for the prosecutor's office?
Yes, I do. I think.
She's off of courtroom 1 if you want to call her and just tell her that she's in, but no audio.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, hold on, let me see if I can get her unmuted. No. Yeah, try to call her. Sharon, prosecutor's having some technical issues, but we're getting hooked up.
Okay, no problem. I'm waiting.
Thank you.
Judge, she's working on it now. She said the computer she had doesn't have any audio.
Yep.
So
Yep.
she's going to try her own computer.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Good morning, Mr. Hyder.
Good morning, Judge. How are you, sir?
Wonderful. We do not have your client in the waiting room. Are you expecting them to join us?
HSI, the owner, I am not. He's under surgery this morning. Belisari, I am expecting, Judge. I did talk to the prosecutor. We're just going to seek to adjourn these matters to the 20th, Judge.
All right, and that's Anthony Bellistri?
Belisari, yes.
Okay. All right, I'm sorry. What was the date that you agreed on?
The 20th, Judge.
November 20?
Yes.
You got it.
Thank you, Judge. I'll let my client know not to appear this morning.
Thank you, sir.
Judge, it looks like we have the prosecutor.
All right. Ms. Gillis, can you hear us? I'm not hearing you. I'm seeing lips moving.
No, can you hear me now?
There you go. Yep, there you go.
I feel like that commercial.
Yeah,
Can you hear me now?
I felt like that for months now.
Okay, so
right,
I see
I'm
Sharon Greer.
I'm assuming, do you ladies want a breakout room?
What case is it? First time.
Huck, H-U-C-K is the defendant's name.
Yeah, I
His
don't have
name
a
Gregory.
file for that one, but I'll talk to her.
Okay, count one is domestic, count two is assault or assault and battery. So
Okay,
Andy, can you put these ladies in a breakout room?
Yep, will do.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Osment.
Good morning.
Which file are
I
you
don't
on?
see it coming.
I am on State of Michigan versus Mark Dorsey.
And are you expecting Mr. Dorsey to join us?
No, sir.
All right, let me see if I can find that file.
Thank you, sir. Sorry, Judge, I was just juggling between Zoom meetings and Dearborn and. this is a
I
whole new
understand.
experience. Yeah.
All right, we just put the prosecutor in a breakout room with another attorney. Some of these files, she's already put plea agreements in, some she has not. Yours, unfortunately, is one, there's no offer in the file. So we'll
Okay,
need to put you into a breakout with her, I assume.
okay, okay.
So as soon as we get her out of the first one, we'll put you in.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. I'm gonna put you back in the waiting room in the meantime.
Yes, sir.
Sir, sitting in his car with the U of M hat on, can you hear me? No audio.
Can you hear me?
Now I can. What's your name?
Okay, I figured it out. How are you today?
Good. What's your name?
Howard Draper.
Draper. Mr.
Yes.
Draper, do you have an attorney today?
Yes, I do.
And who's that?
That'll be Dan. I do not actually know his name. I don't have a card last name.
One of our court appointeds,
Yes,
Dan Batar.
pretty sure that's it.
Yep. All right. And have you had any conversation with Mr. Batar today?
Not today. I talked to him last night.
Okay. What time were you scheduled, sir?
9 o'clock.
Okay. I don't see him in my waiting room yet, so we'll put you in the waiting room until we find him.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Ladies, are you ready on Huck?
Judge, can I go in the breakout room with Mr. Huck?
Andy, you got that?
Yep, I'll put them in a breakout room.
All right. And then let's get Ms. Gillis in a breakout room with the attorney, Osment, on Dorsey.
Okay. That sounds good.
All right. Andy will shuffle that around.
Thank you.
Dorsey.
Good
Morning,
morning,
Judge.
Dan. Dan, Mr. Draper is in our breakout room, or excuse me, in our waiting room.
Okay.
Have you had any conversation with the prosecutor on this?
No, I haven't heard anything from them, so I'm just waiting on an offer.
All right, so we need to get you in a breakout room. Unfortunately, that's about all we're doing is putting people in breakout rooms this morning. All right, so I'll put you in the waiting room. As soon as she's out of the current breakout room, we'll get her in one with you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Good morning, Ms. Belcher.
Morning, how are you?
Good. Who are you representing today?
I'm your house counsel.
Okay, so you're representing whoever needs you today.
Whoever asks,
Okay.
yes.
You know what? Andy told me that. Yeah. All right, so we'll put you in the waiting room till we get a request.
All right, I'll be hanging here.
Thanks. Ms. Greer, do we have something on Huck?
Yes, we do. He's willing to accept the prosecutor's offer.
Okay. And we got to get him out of the breakout room and back into the meeting. What is the offer, please?
The offer is for him to plead to domestic violence under the delayed sentence.
All right, so he's going to plead to count 1. We'll dismiss count 2.
Yes, sir.
All right. And do you know if Ms. Gillis has had conversation with the complainant on this? Or are we gonna have to send notice out before we can sentence?
We will have to send the notice out. She
Okay.
has not had contact.
Sharon, I think you need to tell your people when they're in the breakout, when you're getting out, to tell them to get out. Because I think the problem is they're just waiting for the breakout room to end on its own.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's what's going on.
A lot of times they say they can't, there's no button that allows them to get out.
Okay.
You gotta,
Usually,
you gotta scroll to the left.
All right.
there he is.
Mr. Huck,
Yeah.
I can hear you, but I don't have video. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine.
All right. So Ms. Greer has explained to me that the prosecutor has made an offer and you're going to accept that. You're going to plead guilty to count 1, domestic violence, count 2, assault and battery would be dismissed, correct?
Yes, sir.
You've discussed your rights and options with counsel. You understand those?
Yes,
You understand the possible penalty for domestic violence.
yes,
Understanding all of that, you're pleading guilty to domestic violence freely and voluntarily today.
yes.
All right. Andy, I'm going to give you a multitask. Case number 193147 for Mr. Huck. A Drobo license suspended. Can you figure out where that one's at? Status of that case? Mr. Huck, on September 30, 2020, tell me what happened that makes you think you're guilty of domestic violence.
Got in an argument with my roommate.
And is that Robert Hickinen?
Yes.
And what took place with that argument? Was there something more than words?
No, it was nothing but words because I wanted him to leave because he's not paying.
Mr.
Okay.
Huck, did you push him?
No. He threw my keys across the street and I went and got him.
Oh, Mr. Huck.
Mr. Greer, you need another breakout room or should I just set this for trial?
Look, can I have a breakout room, Your Honor?
Andy?
Yep.
All right. People versus Mark Dorsey. Appearances. You're muted, Jane.
All right, wait.
That's all right. All right.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Jeff Osmond on behalf of Mr. Dorsey.
Your
Good
Honor,
morning.
at this time, we're willing to offer to drop the license designation ticket and offer him impeding.
Which we
Yeah,
will,
because that's a civil infraction, Mr. Osmond. Do you have authority to take that plea?
yes, sir, I do.
Was there any sentence arrangement, fines and costs?
That to be determined by the court.
$200. How much time do you need, Mr. Osmond?
Judge, can I have 2 weeks though, just to
Sure.
make sure? Okay.
No problem. Let's go to 20th. Okay, misdemeanor's dismissed. Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you very
Osmond.
much. Okay, take care. See everybody.
All right,
Bye.
Jane, we got another one. Dan Batar, attorney on Draper, would like to have a conversation.
Okay.
So the highly efficient Andy is going to stick you two in a breakout room.
Dan, where's your
I
suit?
did. Hey now, it's Friday. It's Devil's Night.
I don't have a jacket on. That's the first time I've ever appeared on Zoom without.
Dan's planning on burning some buildings tonight, obviously. Well, he said it was Devil's Night and he's wearing a hoodie, right? All right, Sharon, we're just in waiting mode.
Okay.
Sharon, you got another defendant scheduled so I can watch for the name?
I'm not sure if I do. I'm gonna have to look at the docket.
Okay.
It doesn't
Huck.
look like it.
No, nothing. You guys are so good there,
We know how to find you if somebody comes in looking for you.
right?
All right, we'll put you in the waiting room for now, Sharon.
Okay, no problem.
All right, Andy, Huck and Sharon need to get into a waiting room or a breakout room.
We already did.
All right. Let me bring her back then. All right, we've got Mr. Huck and Ms. Greer out of the breakout room. Are we ready to proceed, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll let you do some voir dire.
Mr. Huck,
Yes.
you had some type of physical contact with your roommate, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, and at some point in time, did you push him or shove him?
Yes.
Okay,
Are you
Your Honor,
satisfied, counsel?
I'm satisfied.
So am I. Mr. Huck, are you gentlemen still living in the same house?
No.
All right. I'm going to continue your bond. We're going to schedule this matter for sentencing. You'll get a notice from our probation department when that sentencing will be. That'll be by Zoom as well. Understood?
Okay.
Any questions for myself or Ms. Greer?
No, sir.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
So we're done?
We're all set, sir.
Yes, yes, sir.
You can remove Andy. Victor, I don't know if you can hear me, but your audio is off.
Yep. Yep.
Phone number ending in 9312. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Victor, Kamburov.
Camera off?
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's see if we can find your attorney. We had your attorney for a while. I'm going to put you in the waiting room until we can find your attorney, sir.
Should be popping back
Okay.
into the meeting right now.
Say that again, Andy.
Should be popping back into the main meeting right now. Like 2 seconds. There he is.
All right.
Oh
Mr. Kelly, I'm going to mute your client and yourself just for a minute.
Judge,
what
if
are we
I could
doing
talk
on
to
Draper?
Mr. Draper in the breakout room for about 2 minutes, we'll have a plea for you.
All right. Andy?
Got it.
Okay, yeah. Hello?
Hello.
Mr. Draper, just hold tight. I'm going to talk to you in a minute in a separate room.
Okay.
What's next, Judge?
I'm trying to get Mr. Kamarov to join us for Mr. Cayley. Cayley or Callie? How do you say it, counsel?
First way, former Kaylee.
Good morning.
Morning, Judge.
Oh,
For
he's
some
the
reason, I-
attorney, but
Yeah,
Who
his
is he?
client is Kamarov, and I can't get him unmuted. Counsel, if you got a phone number for your guy, you might call him. Oh, here, we might have him now. Mr. Kamarov, are you there?
Yes, sir.
All right. Counsel, your appearance for Mr. Kamarov.
Yeah, Roger Kaylee, P48811, Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Kamarov.
All right. Ms. Gillis, this is a Motor Vehicle Fuel Tax Act violation.
yeah, I'm not real familiar with all these things, but
If I may.
Sure.
Yep.
Mr. Kamarov was undergoing an audit, and he sent me the documentation that cleared him. He showed me all paid receipts for the whole year, every quarter, with an audit from the Illinois Department of Transportation indicating that he was good to go. So I don't know what the holdup was when, at that day, the officer pulled him over, but he's paid all his fuel tax quarterly, and the audit came back from Illinois Department of Transportation that he was good to go. And I have him on my phone. He sent them to me. I could forward it to you.
What do you think of an impeding traffic, Jane?
that sounds good.
Victor, you
Counsel?
okay with that?
Impeding traffic,
Yeah.
$300. How's that sound?
I can't hear.
That sounds good.
Mr. Kameroff, the plea offer is you plead responsible to impeding traffic. The misdemeanor is dismissed. Fines and costs will be $300. Is that agreeable?
Victor, it's a no point ticket, and non-moving violation. Are you okay with that?
I can understand if I am already clean with all my paper and all my payments. I can understand why I have to pay for the court.
Because you weren't clean on July 14th when the state police stopped you in Michigan.
The only reason what he stopped me was that he don't know if my IFTA is okay.
Okay.
So I present
Hold
all my.
on. Mr. Kameroff, stop there. Counsel, I can give you a breakout room or a trial date, your choice.
Breakout room, Judge.
Andy?
Got it.
Dan, are you ready on Draper?
I am, Judge.
Now we just need Mr. Draper.
Yes, he is in a breakout room. Let me see how I can get him out without having to close them all. I'm not sure that I can. So hold on.
Yeah, Dan, when you go in the breakout with your client, try to coach them on getting out of it again.
I try, Judge. Sometimes
Yeah.
they have issues.
I'll go into it and tell him to leave. So just hold on.
Okay. That was a nice way to say it.
I actually had to have a private Zoom hearing with Mr. Draper last night to make sure he knew how to use Zoom.
Thank you for that. Mr. Draper, can you hear us?
Yes, I can, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Bitar, your appearance for Mr. Draper, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Daniel Bitar on behalf of Mr. Draper.
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
All right, what are we doing?
Judge, Mr. Draper is going to plead as charged. The prosecutor is offering a plea under 771.1 for a period of 6 months.
All right, Mr. Draper, you understand the possible penalty for that charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand your rights and options after discussing those with Mr. Bitar?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
And how do you wish to plead to the charge?
Guilty?
Are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily today?
Yes, sir.
All right. Were you driving a vehicle at or near the airport on September 28, 2020?
Yes.
And at that time, was there something wrong with your ID?
Yes, there was. I submitted a fake ID to the going through the airport.
Okay. Mr. Bitar, are you satisfied?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
As am I. I'll accept the plea. Any sentencing agreement?
No, I'll leave that up to the court, at least 6 months and whatever else you want to add to that.
Thank you. Counsel, anything I should consider before I set terms of sentence?
Judge, unfortunately, he's not employed right now. He's been laid off due to the pandemic. I believe he's learned his lesson. We're just asking you to assess fines and costs, and he would need a payment plan, I believe.
No problem with that. Mr. Draper, anything you want me to consider, sir?
No, Your Honor.
All right, I'll go along with the prosecutor's recommendation, delay sentence for 6 months. During that time period, you stay out of trouble, no new criminal offenses. Your court costs are assessed in the amount of $400. I've got your address on Fallsway. Is that a good one?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're going to have that address for at least 6 months?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. As to the $400, I can give you a due date or I can set you up with a formal payment plan, your choice.
can I get a due date?
How much time you need?
3 months.
All right. You want to break it up or you just want to have a due date?
Let me break it up, Your Honor.
Let's do
Yeah,
monthly
Your Honor.
payments.
Your Honor, can I ask you, hello?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Oh, okay. Your Honor, can I ask you for 100 a month, which would be 4 months?
Sure. Starting
Okay.
when?
Starting next month.
Next month or next week is Friday, the 6th of November. Is that too close?
Yeah, that is too close.
How about the 20th?
That'll be fine, Your Honor.
All right. Any questions for myself or Mr. Batar?
No, it isn't.
All right. Good luck.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Mr.
And
Batar,
I'll
you got
stop
anything else
trouble.
with us?
That's it, Judge.
Thank you.
All right. Good luck, everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you. Mr. Kelly, we all right on that one?
We are, Judge.
All right. We're just waiting for him to come out of the breakout room.
How's it going?
Good, Mr. Crucell. Are you proceeding today without benefit of an attorney?
Yes, I believe so.
All right. Ms. Gillis, Spencer Crucell, case number 201253, assault or assault and battery. Looks like you had trouble getting a hold of the victim on this one.
Where is it on the page? What time? So I can.
Don't know. Let me see if I can find it.
10:30.
10:30, Andy said.
I wonder why I couldn't find it. Oh, wait. I might have had, let me try one more time. Can you put me either mute me for a second?
We'll just mute you.
Okay.
All right. Hang with us, Mr. Crucell.
Okay.
Am I saying your name right? Crucell?
Yeah. Yep. Perfectly.
Okay.
Question. What's today's court? What's the name of today's?
Pre-trial. This is a pre-trial.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So
Thank you.
I'm going to leave you where you're at and just mute you. And counsel, I don't have your guy.
He is not in the breakout room anymore.
Oh,
He
okay.
left.
I'll readmit him to the meeting, see what happens.
The one that's in the waiting room now is a different device than what he was using before. So I'm not
Okay.
sure if it'll connect.
Okay, let's find out. So it looks like he's got one device in the meeting room and one device in the waiting room. Counsel, I suppose if you're comfortable, you can enter the plea of the impeding traffic for him.
That's fine. I can do that. He did agree to it, Judge.
All right. How much time for the $300?
2 weeks, please, Judge.
You sure that's enough?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll dismiss the misdemeanor. If
Thank
you
you,
want to,
Judge.
try to give him a call. Just let him know what happened because we couldn't get him back in the meeting.
I will do that, Judge. I do have another one up today.
What's that?
Clemenco,
When is that one?
I think it was the same time.
Is that Clemenco with a K?
Yes, Ural,
It's at
first
9
name.
o'clock.
All right, what I can do, counsel, is I can put you in the breakout room with Miss Gillis, talk
That's
about
fine.
that one.
Great, thank you, Judge.
All right, as soon as I get done with Miss Gillis on this other file, we'll stick her in the waiting room or breakout room with you.
Thank you.
Andy, you can go ahead and put Mr. Kelly in a breakout if you want.
Okay.
Miss Gillis, are you ready? You're muted.
Oh,
There we go.
you can dismiss on Cressel. I've tried twice to get a hold of her and I can't get a hold of her.
Okay, let me get Mr. Go ahead and put Miss Gillis in the breakout room with the other attorney then.
Okay.
Jane, we're putting you in on the Ural Clemenco matter that was scheduled at 9 o'clock with his attorney.
Okay, thanks.
Mr. Crucell, can you hear me? No audio. Audio?
Okay.
All right, Mr. Crisell, the prosecutors asked me to dismiss the assault and battery charge from July 18, 2020. I'm assuming that's okay with you.
Yes.
All right, now we got some other files to talk about. You had a whole bunch of files scheduled for pretrial with Huron Township on October 15th. Trespassing, malicious destruction of property. What happened with all those?
I did not get the notice.
Hello?
Honestly, I just found out about today's court date from some guy with this case I have from third district court.
All right, are you on Shenandoah Drive?
Yes. I must have not been home or something.
All right, and your phone number 752-1614?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not trying to avoid anything.
Okay, so on those we'll reschedule. Then we've
Thank you
got
so much.
disorderly person charge from 2018. You owe $894. At one point, you made an arrangement to pay that before August 14th.
I remember that. And my unemployment got messed up, but I can make a payment today.
How much?
I can pay $250 for sure, and then in a week and a half I can pay $300 and get it down to I can get it down to $300 within 2 weeks.
All right, so $250 today, right?
Right.
Another $300 by November 20.
Can we say November 27th? Because that's my birthday, and I know I should be able to pay it off by then.
All right, so you're gonna $250 today and the whole balance by the 27th?
If it's not the whole balance, it'll be close.
Well,
It'll be really close.
Then let's do this. $250 today, $300 by the 27th, and the balance by another 3 weeks, 2 weeks. What do you need?
Perfect. That'll be perfect. Yeah,
All right.
3 weeks.
All right, so it all has to be paid by December 18th.
Okay.
All right, that takes care of you.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
When's my next court date? I just gotta pay.
We're gonna
That's it?
send you a notice on all the
Okay.
Huron files.
Okay.
We're gonna send you a notice for another pretrial date.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Bye.
All right, on Clemenco, appearances, please.
Jane Gillis on behalf of the people.
Roger Kayla on behalf of Mr. Klemenko.
And what are we doing?
Limited access speed 1 to 5 over, Judge.
And drop
All right.
the 2 counts.
The misdemeanor would be dismissed then?
Yes.
All right. $200 on the speeding tickets, council, 2 weeks, how much time?
2 weeks is fine, Judge. Thank you.
All right, and you do have authority for Mr. Clemenco to take care of this matter? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Thank you. And that was a 5 over limited access, correct?
Correct.
Thank you. You're all set, council. Enjoy your day.
Good day.
You as well. And I've got a Larray Bird that we've been trying to get into the meeting room, Jane, but can't get their audio hooked up. Let's try
His
now.
audio, I believe his audio is working.
Hello?
That's a
Mr. Bird,
DWLS.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. Mr. Bird, my name is Brian Oakley. I'm one of the judges at the 34th District Court. Joining us on the meeting is Jane Gillis, Assistant Wayne County Prosecutor. This is a drove while license suspended, Jane, and according to the driving record we've got, Mr. Bird is now clear, right? Your license is clear, Mr. Bird?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful.
How bad was his record?
Let's look. He's got lots of no proof insurance issues. Looks like I'm going backwards. He had a November 19 Romulus drove while license suspended, which is one we're looking at here. Speeding in 2019, 2018 impeding traffic. I'm skipping over equipment violations. I'm just looking for moving violations. Lots of no proof insurance. Money issues, Mr. Bird?
Yes, I did have money issues. That I believe most of those are, besides the last few, were when I were younger. Anything else on my record?
He's got a lot of mess, but back from 08, 09, earlier than that, and then he's just got a lot of no proof insurance. It looks like most of his problems were hangovers from the young and dumb period.
Yes.
Oh, he can plead to allowing unlicensed person to drive.
Awesome. All right, sir. DWLS, the current charge carries 2 points.
Okay.
Up to 93 days in jail, and Secretary of State, I can guarantee, will resuspend you. They're going to add a length of suspension to your time when this hits your record. The prosecutor is offering to let you plead guilty to allowing an unlicensed driver to operate, which is, you send your 14-year-old kid that doesn't have anything but a learner's permit up to the store for you.
Okay.
Right. So that's not going to result in any license sanctions to you from Secretary of State. So that's a pretty good deal.
As far as like my record, if applying for a job or something like that, how would that affect that?
So it goes on.
Go ahead.
It goes on your record, but I mean, it's sort of a.
Yeah, I can't imagine anybody hiring you and saying, "Oh man, we were going to hire you, but you got this thing on your record where you let somebody drive your car you shouldn't have." It's a misdemeanor, so it is a criminal conviction, but you got those on your record already.
No, I have none.
You got a drove while license suspended on your record, more than one. Those are misdemeanors. You got one for one. You've got one. Let's see. I thought I saw another one.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, you got at least one of them.
Okay. I most definitely don't want my license suspended again.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
Well, I can tell you with this charge that she's offering, that won't affect your license. If it does, brother, you come back and see me and we'll figure out what we got to do to fix it, because I've never seen on AUDO, which is what we call this charge, result in a suspension.
Okay. All right. So how do I go from here?
Just say yes.
Yes.
Okay. Did you drive a vehicle in Belleville on November 8, 2019?
November 8th or 18th? 18th. Yes, I did.
All right. And at that time, was your license suspended, revoked, or denied?
Yes.
I'll accept your plea to the added charge. I'll dismiss the original charge. Are you working now, Mr. Bird?
Yes, I am. For the first, it's Cortex. It's in Wixom.
What do they do?
They make laundry detergent and those type of things.
Full-time job?
Yes.
Okay. Anything you want me to consider before I set the terms of sentence?
Yeah, that the day that I got the original ticket, got the driving on suspended, the only reason I was actually driving was because I knew that I would be terminated from my job that day. And I just started working. That's in 18 or no, that was 19.
Yeah. And you got a speeding ticket that same day, right?
Yes.
Did you pay that one?
I've paid everything.
All right, then I'll give you a break on today. I'm going to knock $100 off your fines and costs.
Oh Lord, what's
right.
the
total on this file? The total on this file is $500, but I can set you on a payment plan, weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly.
I just literally started working a month ago from that day I got that original ticket. I was hoping that I didn't have to. Yeah, I was hoping for no payments.
Well, that ain't going to happen, guy.
All right, that's fine. I'll do monthly payments.
Can you do at least $50 a month? You can always pay extra when you're flush.
Yes, I can.
All right. When can you start that?
I can start it next week.
All right, Friday the 6th. That's a due date then?
Yes.
All right. And Ridgeview is a good address. Phone number 410-0167.
Correct.
Okay. If you're having problems, don't miss a payment. Contact us and let us know you're having trouble so we can stop the computer from issuing penalties and late fees.
All right. And what's the total again?
Total is 500.
Okay.
All right. You're all set. Have a nice day.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Mr. Tucker, are you connecting?
He's trying to.
That looks like a drinking and driving.
Okay, it is, he can plead to impaired. That's the offer.
Mr. Tucker, can you hear me? Looks like
gotta
you're muted
unmute.
on your end.
Yep.
Are you there?
Oh, yep, I can
Okay,
hear
we
you.
got you.
Yep.
You are Lucas Tucker, correct?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Tucker, my name is Brian Oakley. I'm one of the judges at the 34th District Court. I've got a file with your name on it dated July 15, 2019, operating while intoxicated. Misdemeanor carrying a possible penalty of up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes.
My understanding is that you have waived your right to an attorney today. Is that correct?
No, when I called in to ask about how I get appointed for an attorney, she said that you would appoint me to one when I got here.
If you want to talk to an attorney, we've got one for you.
Yes, sir.
All right. We're going to put you in a breakout room. Andy, go ahead and put Mr. Tucker in the breakout room. We're going to send the attorney in just a second, Mr. Tucker.
All right. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Leanna, we're going to set you up in a breakout room with a Lucas Tucker. Mr. Tucker's got a July 15, 2019 operating while intoxicated. I'm looking at his traffic record. Doesn't have any other drinking and driving on his record. Matter of fact, he doesn't have anything on his record since a speeding ticket in 17. Ms. Gillis has made the offer of impaired.
Okay, thank you.
So we'll stick you and Mr. Tucker in the breakout. Andy, are you there?
Yep, I'll get him into room. It'll just be 1 second.
Thank you. Mr. Browner, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Your Honor, I spoke with Mr. Browner.
Okay.
So he has a DWLS. He was just assigned to me today. He indicated that his record has since been cleared up. He's
It is.
unemployed.
Yep. Jane, are you there?
Yep.
Mr. Browner?
Yes.
Okay, so you have Tucker, which is right here. Where's Browner? What time? Tell me the time so I'm
What
not.
time were you scheduled, Mr. Browner?
9:30.
Thank you.
Sorry about that, Your Honor. So I would ask Ms. Gillis if there's an offer for Mr. Browner.
I have down that he just has DWLS.
That's all we've got.
Oh, I thought you said there was drinking and driving. Oh, okay.
No,
So
that's Mr.
I was
Tucker.
talking about,
That's
I was
Mr.
talking
Tucker.
about Tucker.
Oh, okay, so he has just the DWLS and you said that he's cleared everything?
He's currently
Correct.
clear.
Okay, allowing unlicensed.
And Mr. Browner, that would take away the points that you and I discussed, and that also is not abstracted, so it would not go on your driving record. Would you like to take advantage of that?
Yes.
Sir, do you understand your rights and options after discussing those with Ms. Belcher?
Yes.
And you understand the possible penalty for this charge is up to 90 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs?
Yes.
How do you want to plead to the new charge?
Guilty.
Sir, did you drive a vehicle at or near Metro Airport on October 28, 2019?
Yes.
At that time, was your license suspended, revoked, or denied?
Yes.
All right, I'll accept your plea to the added charge, dismiss the original. I've got your address on Waddell Street, Building 4, is that correct?
Yes.
Can I have a cell number?
313.
Leanne, did you grab all that, Leanna?
No, I'm sorry, Your Honor, I did not.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Browner.
313-856-3326.
And do you have an email address, sir?
It's ebrowner91@yahoo.com.
Are you working, sir?
Currently, no.
Okay, when's the last time you had a job?
Back in September.
Okay. Ms. Belcher, anything else I should consider before I sentence Mr. Browner?
Your Honor, other than the fact that he's cleared up his record, he did indicate to me that he's currently unemployed at this time. We would just ask that you take that into consideration when imposing sentence.
All right, Mr. Browner, fines and costs total on this file, $600. I can set you up with a payment plan, or I can just give you a due date. You tell me what works best for you, sir.
I can set up with a payment plan.
Monthly?
Yes.
How much?
I could do 100 every month.
Starting when?
Next week. Next
November-
Friday.
November 6th?
Yes.
Okay, don't miss a payment. If you're having any problems, contact us beforehand so we can stop the computer from doing bad stuff like late fees and penalties.
Okay.
You all set? Any questions for Ms. Belcher?
No.
All right, thank you.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Okay, I'm gonna put Ms. Belcher in a breakout room with Mr. Tucker. Judge.
Thanks.
Thanks, Andy.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I'm trying to bring in Mr. Crawford. Looks like he's connected. Mr. Crawford, can you hear me?
Yes, Judge Oakley. Good morning.
All right, good. Mr. Crawford, I've got a file here from September 27, 2020, assault or assault and battery. Ms. Gillis, you've got a notation, CWRTP.
Complaining witness refuses to
prosecute. All right, Mr. Crawford, prosecutor wants me to dismiss this file. I'm assuming that's okay with you.
Yes.
Any questions, sir?
No, can I return home?
You can. This kills this file completely off.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Have a nice day, sir.
Have a great day. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Be safe.
I've got a Michael Rhodes in the waiting room. I've tried to bring him in. Let's try him again.
He has requested MIDC.
Okay, so we got to get him in with Leanna.
Correct.
Okay. All right. And just so you know, Jane, that is failed to stop property damage accident, and well, either we did something wrong or he's got two counts of the same thing. I'm guessing we got two printouts of the same ROA, and it should be two different ones.
What time is it on the docket? That's how I.
9:10.
Oh, okay.
Andy, he must have paid his civil infraction.
I
don't
have
see a
two
civil-
counts, failure to stop at a property accident and no license.
Right. That's what the ticket shows, but the ticket also had a civil infraction, improper lane use. Andy, can you confirm whether or not that's been paid? Or did we
It has
miss it?
not been paid.
All right.
He owes $294.
Okay, Jane, you got that?
He's on a payment plan, $50 a month starting November 6th.
Okay, so he's paying on the civil infraction. He's got both misdemeanors. So Jane, if you've got an offer, we'll let Miss Belcher know what it is before we stick her in the breakout room with Mr. Rhodes.
So he has the failure to stop at a property damage, which is a 93-day misdemeanor, I think. And then he's got two other.
No, from the same incident date, he's got three charges. One is a civil infraction, improper lane use, 294, he's on a payment plan. And then both misdemeanors, failed to stop, property damage accident, and no license or multiple license.
I'll dismiss the no license.
So plead to the fail to stop.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let Miss Belcher know.
Okay.
Andy, would it be in a more effective way, a more efficient way to do that for you to send that by chat, or just tell her that when we get her back in? Probably just tell her. Yeah.
Judge, I'm going to take a 3-minute break real quick.
Go ahead. Go ahead. We got nobody in the waiting room except Mr. Rhodes, and he can't talk to us yet.
Okay.
And I just looked just to see, you can't chat people individually when they're in a breakout room.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. All right.
Okay. I just seem so fast. Yes. It just seemed like. Really. I mean, not really. I mean, that's not the way of checking if I was contacted at that moment right there.
Mr. Tucker,
Yep.
mute yourself, sir, if you're going to talk. This is live streamed on YouTube, so everyone can hear what you're saying.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ms. Belcher, are you ready on Tucker?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Tucker, Mr. Tucker? Got
Yes,
unmute
sir.
yourself. There we go. All right, Ms. Belcher, what are we gonna do on Mr. Tucker's file?
Your Honor, we would request an adjournment so that I'm able to obtain the discovery. I did go over the offer with him. I think it would be in his best interest for us to review the police reports before moving forward on a plea.
How about November 20?
That's a good date, Your Honor, and if there are any issues on my end, I will make sure I'm in contact with the MIDC attorney that's on call and communicate that ahead of time with Mr. Tucker. I do have his contact information I can send over to Andy.
Oh, bless your heart. All right, Mr. Tucker, I'm gonna put you on bond. You working?
Yes, sir.
Where at? How long?
I work at Global Green Service Group every day, at least 40 hours a week.
What do they do?
I remove hazardous material. I do demolition, so I do asbestos. I do mold, lead.
How long you been with the company?
Since I got out of high school. I'm 21 now, so like 3 years.
Good. All right. I'm going to put you on a personal bond with two conditions. The first one is obvious. You cooperate with your attorney so we can move this case along. Second one, I don't want you to purchase, possess, or consume any mood altering substance that includes alcohol and marijuana unless you've got a doctor's prescription for that substance. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000 if you mess up on bond?
Yes, sir.
Any questions for myself or Ms. Belcher?
Not at this moment, no.
You're all set.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ms. Belcher.
Hey, Leanna, we're going to set you in a breakout room
Okay.
with Mr. Rhodes. Mr. Rhodes has, from one incident date, he's got an improper lane use that he made a payment plan on. He's
Okay.
got a failed to stop or ID, property damage accident, and operating with no or multiple licenses. Jane's willing to drop the no license if he pleads to the fail to stop and just leave the payment plan on the improper lane use.
Okay.
So we'll send you in the breakout room.
Thank you.
I tried to put him in.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
What's your name?
Mark Dorsey.
Mr. Dorsey, what time were you supposed to join us today?
9:10. I was in the wrong courtroom. I've been in courtroom number 3 this whole time.
All right, I think we already took care of that with your attorney. Let me check.
We did.
Thank you. Yeah, Mr. Dorsey?
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Osment was in and he worked out a pretty good deal for you. Impeding traffic, a non-abstractable civil infraction, $200 fines and costs paid by November 20th, and the misdemeanor is dismissed.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Have a
Yes,
good day.
sir.
Sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, who's bringing people in? Andy?
It's me. I'm putting them in a breakout room to try to figure out
Who they
if
are?
they want MIDC or not, and so on.
Gotcha.
Yes.
What about Jessica? Did you talk to Michalak?
I have not talked to her yet. I'll bring her
Okay.
in. Good morning, Jessica. Can you hear me?
Hey, Jane, on Miss Michalak's file?
Jessica,
Yep.
can you hear us?
What's her driving record like?
She's got to go to DLAD. She's not even eligible until after this January.
Oh,
She's got a no insurance and a DWLS.
I dropped the no insurance.
October 10, 2019, operating low impaired.
Okay, I gotta take, let me, hello, this is Jane Gillis.
Miss Michalak, can you hear us?
Yeah, now I can.
Okay.
Can you hear
All
me?
right, yes, my name is
Okay, I
Brian
don't,
Oakley.
I'm not great at these things, so
Okay. My name is Brian Oakley. I'm one of the attorneys at the 34th District Court.
yes, sir.
This on Zoom is Jane Gillis, who's the prosecutor for this docket from Wayne County.
Yes,
You've got two files. You've got a no insurance and you've got a Drovo license suspended, revoked, or denied.
yes,
Each
sir.
one of those is punishable by up to 90 days, excuse me, up to 93 days in jail. Each one is punishable by up to $500 fines plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Did you want to go forward today without an attorney or did you want to speak to an attorney?
I would like to have a court-appointed attorney.
Okay. We're going to put you in a breakout room with Miss Belcher. Jane, just go ahead.
Before you do, I need to renegotiate with Miss Gillis on the last one, Mr. Rhodes.
Okay, that's fine. So, is it Michalak? How do you say your name?
Mahalik.
Mahalik. Miss Mahalik, we're going to stick you in the waiting room until we can put you in a breakout room with counsel. So we're going to do that right now. And you want to go in a breakout room with Miss Gillis then, Miss Belcher?
Yes, it's just one I'm seeing, Your Honor. The MCL code identifies it as a 6-point misdemeanor, and I just would like to try to renegotiate.
No problem. And Jane, while you're in there, why don't you talk about Mahalik too? You're muted.
Okay.
All right. We're going to put you ladies in a breakout room.
Thanks, Judge.
Mr. Solari, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Your attorney is Ronald Benor?
Yeah.
All right. Have you spoken to Mr. Benor this morning?
No, I just went through all the stuff to get the Zoom and stuff on here working. Now I've ended up here.
Okay.
Go into a breakout room.
All right. Mr. Solari, I'm going to see if I can get your attorney on the phone. You're not scheduled till 10:30, but if we can get your attorney to join us, maybe we can get something going.
Okay.
Turn my phone off, huh? Or you can turn the volume down. They might want to call you.
Judge, we have an attorney in the waiting room. I don't see him on the docket. Do you mind if I pull him in and ask him who he's here on?
And my clerk's talking to me. Andy, I had you off. Say that again?
There's an attorney in the waiting room. I'm gonna pull him in and see who he's here on because
Sure.
I don't see him on the docket.
Perfect.
Good morning, counsel. Who are you here on today?
I'm a little bit early. I'm here on Catherine Murray. It's scheduled for 10:30. It's an arraignment.
That's gonna be in courtroom number 1.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yep.
Bye now.
Andy, I had a conversation going on the phone with an attorney, so I don't know what you just took care of.
Okay. Catherine Murray,
Yes,
you're scheduled for an arraignment today, correct?
correct. It said, should I go to courtroom 1?
Yes. Yep. It's gonna be courtroom
Okay.
number 1.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
There he is.
Counsel, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Judge. Can you hear me?
Excellent. Yes. All right. Your appearance for Matthew Solari.
Yes, Ronald Benor, P59712.
Okay. Counsel, the APA today from Wayne County is Jane Gillis, who's currently in a breakout room with another
Okay.
attorney. She's put a notice in this file that's at this point, they're not offering a reduced plea at this time.
Okay.
You're probably going to want to talk to her about a breakout room about Mr. Bowman. So maybe you can have some conversation about both files. We'll stick you in a breakout room with her as soon as she's freed up.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. So we'll put you in actually, I'm going to just leave you right where you're at. I'm going to mute you. Mr. Solari, we're going to leave you there. I'm going to mute you. I'm going to get your attorney into a breakout room to talk to the prosecutor about your file.
Okay.
So as soon as Jane's freed up, we'll stick her back in a breakout with Mr. Benor.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. You got that, Andy?
Judge, I had to step away for a moment. Did I miss anything?
You did. Not any big deal, though. Attorney Benor needs a breakout with Jane when she's freed up.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
And that will put me on like waiting.
Yeah. Who are you?
Rodney Pfeiffer.
Okay.
I believe Mariah was just talking with you, so
Yes, sir.
hopefully. Yep, just stand by, Mr. Pfeiffer. Hold on.
Okay, I'll stand by.
Andy Pfeiffer's file shows MIDC, but I don't know if he's talked to anybody yet or not.
I talked to a lawyer.
Mr. Pfeiffer, when I have a question for you, I'll ask you. In the meantime, just sit there and be quiet.
Okay, sorry, sir.
No problem.
He has not spoken with Leanna yet. No.
Thank you.
Mr. Pfeiffer, I'm going to put you in the waiting room for a moment until we have an attorney available to speak with you, and then you'll speak with her. Okay, so just stand by. Judge, Catherine Murray that was here earlier, I have an older docket that she didn't show up on. So it looks like her and her attorney are here. They're scheduled at 10. They were scheduled yesterday, so I don't know if it shows on your copy.
And I'm sorry, what's her name? Murray?
Catherine Murray.
Yeah, yep.
I'll pull both of them in.
I guess you can't get rid of us that easily.
Sorry about that. I apologize. It was just scheduled yesterday, so it wasn't on my docket that I had in front of me.
That's all right.
Good morning, counsel. How are you today?
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Wonderful. Your appearance for Catherine Murray.
Tom Piotrowski, P40021, on behalf of Miss Murray, who's also here and joined us in the Zoom conference.
Good morning, Ms. Murray.
Good morning.
Mr. Piotrowski, the APA on this file has placed a plea agreement or a plea offer in the file. Guilty as charged, 12-month delayed, mental health evaluation and continued treatment would be the sentence recommendation.
I believe from APA, is that Lori Morales-Smith?
It is not. Today it's Jane Gillis.
Okay.
Lori's the one that put the plea in the file, but Jane is handling the docket today.
Right. I had a conversation with Jane. It's a conversation yesterday and maybe a text exchange this morning. We are working on a different resolution. So I guess I would ask the court for today's purpose, waive arraignment, stand mute, and just set it for a pretrial. And Ms.
Why
Gillis,
don't we do this? I've got you. I've got Miss Murray. If you're not in a big rush to be somewhere else right now, hang with us and I'll get you in a breakout room with Miss Gillis. Maybe we can resolve it.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Unless the discussion you had with her required more time on her end.
I think it might have because I think she's having difficulty finding the victim in this one.
No problem. Then let's adjourn you out till November 20.
Is that a day? I think Ms. Gillis and I talked about whether or not she's going to be there.
Hey, Tom.
Oh, hi, Jane.
I'm going to be here on the 20th. You want to arraign your client and do that? I'm going to continue to call the victim.
That's fine. 20th is good.
Okay. Let's talk about bond then, counsel.
Yes. I guess I would request a personal bond. There was a series of cases, just to let the court know. And I think I advised the court the other day, perhaps part of this, right?
Are they all involving the same complainant?
No, different complainants, a same period of time. Miss Murray was she went off medication and picked up 3 cases, one in Ann Arbor, one in downtown Ipsy, one with you. She's back on medication. She's not having any contact with any of the victims.
Wonderful.
She has a therapist. She has a full-time doctor, and she's on almost what I would call intensive probation with 14A2.
Okay.
15 is monitoring her, but kind of deferring to 14.2 right now.
All right, then here's what I propose. Personal bond, 3 conditions. Number 1, she cooperates with you so we can move this case along. Number 2, no contact with the complainant in this case, Christina Chrisman. And number 3, she continues with her treatment.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Ms. Murray, you understand all that?
Yes, sir.
Raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000 if you mess up on bond?
Yes.
Any questions for your counsel?
No.
All right, you're all set.
Thank you.
Mr. Piotrowski, thank you.
Time on the 20th, sir?
Clerks will set that up. It'll be in the morning.
Sounds good. Thank you, sir.
I'll send out a notice.
Yes, thank you. Be safe.
You too. Jane, are we ready on anything?
I think we are.
She gave me 2 offers on Rhodes and on Mahalik. I haven't ran them by them. If you want to have Andy put me in the breakout room one more time with each, then we should be ready shortly.
Andy, got
I
that?
added you the information on that other defendant. Did you get it, or do you want me to email it?
Hello. Chat here.
Okay.
There's Mr. Rhodes.
I got it.
Okay, perfect, Andy. I just wanted to make sure it was okay. I was chatting it.
Yep. I will put you in a breakout room with Mr. Rhodes.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, so can we deal with the Solari matter?
Judge, could we meet in a breakout room on that?
You and your client?
Me and the prosecutor. Me and the prosecutor.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you already had that opportunity.
No, I have not yet.
I'm just having, Andy shuffles so quick, I can't keep up with her.
I get it, Judge. It's a little confusing when we're not in the same area.
All right.
Just give me 1 second.
Sure.
I had to close them and
That's
reopen
all right.
them, so hold on.
That's all right.
back in the breakout room or the.
Yep, leave breakout room. That's what you want to do.
What am I doing?
Leaving breakout room and going to the judges. It's gone. It went off the screen. Okay, leave breakout room.
Judge, it was Benor that needed to speak with Gillis, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
I don't know what you do. I'm in the main room now. Me is now streaming live on YouTube.
Yep, just stand by, Mr. Bowman, okay?
Okay.
Mr. Bowman, your attorney is here, so just hold on a moment. I'm going to put you in the waiting room, okay? So, Judge, we have both Solari, who is in the meeting now, and Mr. Bowman, who's in the waiting room. Both
Right.
of them belong to
Yep.
Benor, Attorney
Understood.
Benor.
Understood. Thank you.
Maybe this
Mr.
is just-
Prevost, who are you here for?
I'm Kevin O'Neill, Your Honor. I'm with Mr. Prevost.
All right.
I hope you can see us both.
What time are you scheduled?
10:10. And I couldn't tell from the notice, is this an arraignment or to meet with the prosecutor on a pretrial?
Pre-trial.
Okay.
And Andy, I'm not seeing a file for Mr. Prevost. Oh, there we
Give
go.
me 1 second.
I got it. I got it. All right, counsel.
Yes, Your Honor.
On Mr. Prevost's file, I've got a piece of paper in the file from the prosecutor. The complainant does not want to continue. I'm assuming it'd be all right with you and Mr. Prevost if this file was dismissed.
We would agree with that, Your Honor. Yes.
All right. And is there a personal or is there a cash bond posted? Doesn't look like it.
No, there was not.
All right. You fellas are all set. Case dismissed.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Now, how do we?
I don't know how to.
Mr. Prevost.
Yes. Oh, sorry.
Looks like you've got another file here, a new ticket from Romulus double parking,
Yes.
$150. You want to set up a payment plan right now or a due date?
I was actually going to make that payment today.
If you pay it online, it's going to cost you a little extra for the third-party vendor fee.
Okay.
You're right here in Romulus. Why don't I just give you until Friday? You can drop it off in the Dropbox.
Okay. Yeah.
Next Friday?
I can do it today. I can drop it in Dropbox, but
If you get here before 2 o'clock,
Okay.
come here between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. and you'll get to do a face-to-face and walk out with a receit.
Okay. Awesome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Cool. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
We'll
Have a
we'll
good
remove
day,
you now.
sir. Okay.
Miss Belcher, are you ready on roads?
Ready, Your Honor. Sorry, I was trying to chat Andy his contact information and it wouldn't let me unmute myself while I was typing that.
No problem. All right. So Mr. Rhodes has 2 files. What are we doing?
Your Honor, I was able to renegotiate with Ms. Gillis. It's my understanding he's tendering a plea of guilty to failure to provide info or render aid after an accident. That's under 257.619. It's a 0-point misdemeanor that will not abstract. And that's in lieu of the failure to stop property damage accident.
Would you give me that 257 number again?
257.619. It's code 1660.
So he's going to plead to 257-619 and both originals dismissed?
That's my understanding, Your Honor.
All right. And it looks like you've already posted a $500 bond. Is that correct, sir?
Absolutely.
Sounds like a nice round number. Anything
yeah.
you want to tell me, or I'll just assign that as fines and costs and close you out?
That
Let's
sounds
assign
good, Your
that as
Honor.
fines and costs.
All right. You're all set, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Belcher.
Leanna, I have another defendant requesting MIDC, Cheryl Oakley, so I will put you in.
I already spoke with her ahead of time. That's going to be an adjournment, and then I need to speak with Jessica Mahalik in a breakout room to go over that deal.
Okay, I will get you in with Jessica Mahalik.
Thank you.
Are we all set here?
Yes,
Mr. Rhodes, you're
we
all
can sign
set.
off.
Thank you.
Andy,
Yep,
Oakley or Owsley is going to want to talk to Leanne as well.
she already talked to her ahead of time.
Oh, okay.
She said it's probably going to be.
Yeah,
an adjournment.
I got notification from the court. She wanted me ahead of time.
Okay, so I can tell you what Jane's offer is on that one. She said anytime they got an intox, they'll go down to an impaired.
That's a pretty standard offer. I told her that might be it. Anything on these, Your Honor, I like to review the discovery. I feel like
I think that's wise.
I could
So you
commit
want just to adjourn
malpractice.
that one?
Correct.
Let's
And
go
I have
to,
her contact information I can provide to Andy as well.
thank you very much. We'll adjourn this to November 20. While you're doing all your breakout rooms, I'll bring her in and I'll tell her that.
Perfect. Thank you. And she has my number if she has any questions.
I'm going to put her on bond, just so you know, it's going to be my standard personal bond, no mood altering.
Thank you.
All right.
I will get you in with Mahalik. I'm trying to figure out how to get you back in there. So just hold on one second.
I can select the button. Do you want me to go back in room 4?
Yes, that would be great.
Okay, got it.
Thank you for your help, Ms. Belcher. Ms. Oakley, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Okay. Go ahead, Andy. I'm sorry.
Jessica, do you have a button on your screen that says join breakout room?
No.
Do you have anything on your screen that says anything about join or leave or?
Not, it said return to meeting schedule. I don't see anything like that. Oh, breakout room.
Yep, click that.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Oakley, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, I've got Ms. Belcher, your attorney.
Yes.
I've got her in my Zoom meeting, but I'm bouncing her back and forth in meeting rooms. So she and I just had a conversation about your file. I entered a not guilty plea on your file. Ms. Belcher and I agreed that we're going to adjourn this till November 20th.
Okay.
So she has a chance to look at the police report and discuss that with you before you make any decisions about what you're going to do with the offer from the prosecutor's office. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. In the meantime, I'm going to put you on a personal bond.
Yeah.
2 conditions. The first condition is the obvious one. You cooperate with Ms. Belcher so we can get something done on this on the 20th. Second condition is I don't want you to purchase, possess, or consume any mood-altering substance. That includes alcohol and marijuana, unless you've got a doctor's prescription. Do you understand that bond condition, ma'am?
Yes.
Would you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm? The other right hand.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
It's all right. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court amount of $1,000 if you mess up on bond?
Yes, does a medical marijuana card count for anything?
I'll allow you to use the medical marijuana card.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any questions, ma'am?
No.
You're all set. You'll be hearing from Ms. Belcher.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome very much.
All right.
Appearances on People versus Matthew Solari.
You can Gillis on
Yes,
behalf of the
Judge.
people.
Ron Benor, P59712 on behalf of Mr. Solari.
All right, give me just a minute, folks. Ms. Belcher, can I put you in another breakout room while we wait to do Mr. Mahalik?
Yes, Judge.
Andy, who's next for Ms. Belcher?
I have Rodney Pfeiffer. Jessica, stand by. I'm going to put you in the waiting room for a moment, okay?
All right, back to Solari. What are we doing?
Judge, I just, an offer was made. I was wondering if I could go into a breakout room to discuss that with my client.
We can.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Leanna, if you could click on your screen, if you could click to join the breakout room 4 again, Mr. Pfeiffer should be in there. And I'm sorry, Judge, what was the other breakout room that we needed? Somebody wanted to speak with their client, but I don't see.
Yeah,
Was it
Attorney
Benor?
Attorney Benor and Mr. Solari.
Okay, so Benor is in 3. Okay. Mr. Solari, it should be putting you in the breakout room now. Yeah, she's still here.
Mr. Willis, can you hear me? Good morning, Royce.
How are you?
Good. Mr. Willis tried to join, but he had no audio and no video, so I couldn't communicate with him in any way.
So I don't have a phone number for this guy.
I've got one.
Okay.
I don't know if it's any good, but I've got one. 313 623 2156. Jane Gillis is the APA today. She told me earlier that any operating while intoxicated, she'd do an impaired on. So that's a discussion you can have with Mr. Willis.
How about if I give him a call right now and touch base with him?
Yeah.
Mr. Willis, can you hear us now?
Yes.
You want to do a phone call, or you want to put you in a breakout, Royce?
Breakout room would be fine.
All right. You got another breakout room available, Andy?
I should. Just hold on one moment. I'll get you in a breakout room, Royce.
Mr. Willis, we're going to put you in a breakout room so you can talk to your attorney.
All right. Thank you.
And Mr. Benoit, are we ready on Solari?
Yes, we are, Judge.
All right, fill me in, Mr. Benoit.
Judge, in speaking with the prosecutor offered to let Mr. Solari plea under advisement. It would be held for 6 months. If at the end of the 6 months, the normal under advisement, if there's been no further cases, anything like that matter, the case would be dismissed. Am I correct on that, Ms. Gillis?
Yes, you are. And then Judge, as far as, this involved a gun, and he wanted to know if he could get his gun back. And I said, I'm going to just leave that up to the court. Actually, the victim didn't care what we did, dismissed, under advisement. It's just that he's cost the court, it cost our office and the court and everything a lot of money having to process this case.
Right.
So it ticks me off.
Understood. All right. Counsel, why don't you file a motion on the return? I'm usually inclined to wait the 6 months, but if you file a motion, I'll address it.
All right. Thank you, Judge.
All right. So, Mr. Solari, can you hear us? You are muted. No, I don't know what happened to Mr. Solari's audio. I think we had him talking to us earlier.
Yes, I was talking to him in the breakout room. I'm wondering.
You got his phone number, counsel?
Yes, I do. I can call him and tell him to log back in if you want to, Judge.
Or just call him and put him on your speakerphone.
Okay. All right, Judge. Give me just a second.
Yeah, I'm going to mute you and I'm going to take care of some other business. Ms. Belcher, are you ready on Pfeiffer?
Yes, Judge. Sorry, I always hit the space bar to unmute myself, but when I'm typing to Andy in the chat, I guess it does not unmute me.
No problem.
Okay, so
Your
I'm ready on
appearance-
Pfeiffer and Mahalik, Judge.
All right, let's get your appearance on Pfeiffer.
Leanna Belcher, on behalf of Mr. Pfeiffer, Your Honor, I did review the offer with him. We would like to adjourn so that I could get the actual discovery papers, things of that nature. It's my understanding it's alleged his 16-year-old son was assaulted. I would ask, though, to address a condition of bond. He's indicated he cannot return home to his address on Willis. That's where his children and his significant other reside. We would ask that it be no assaultive contact. He indicated that he didn't believe there were any injuries that required medical treatment from EMS or a hospital. And right now he's bouncing from house to house and has no permanent residence.
All right, so as far as the adjournment, you want to go to November 20?
Yeah, that's fine, Your Honor.
Okay, and Ms. Gillis, any comment on bond? Currently, it's no contact with Colton or Candace Pfeiffer or the
Cadence.
Anderson Willis.
Okay, where is it on the docket? See if I have a file.
He's on the 10:20 slot.
Okay, I see him. Okay, yeah, if she wants to adjourn, that's fine. To 11:20.
I believe I'm actually the MIDC attorney on your November 20th date, so that works out
Okay,
perfectly.
great. And as to the bond request, Ms. Gillis?
He wants it.
She
So
wants
the
to amend it to not to harm, harass, or confront so he can have contact and go back to the family home.
Well, the problem is the family home, isn't that where the child is?
Correct, his 16-year-old son.
He's also asking to have contact.
No, not
I
now.
don't think there's any other incidents between the two. I mean, this is his child.
Not with child abuse. There's certain cases in our office that are like really hard to.
Is Candace, who's Candace Pfeiffer, Ms. Belcher?
Cadence.
Mr. Pfeiffer, I'm not going to tell you again not to speak to me until I ask you a question. There's a reason we give you an attorney, so your attorney can speak for you. Clear?
Clear.
Ms. Belcher, if you know.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm assuming it's one of his relatives that lives there. Sir, can you only state the person's relationship to you? That's it.
My son.
Son. So that is the son.
Yes.
So Candace is your son?
Cadence is my biological son.
And Colton is your son?
Yes, they both are my biological son.
All right. Anything else, ladies?
Your Honor, did you make a ruling on whether or not you're going to modify the bond?
I'm giving you a chance to give me anything else before I do.
Just that as I indicated, I don't believe there's any prior incidents between him and his children. He does have his father who also resides in the home. There are plenty of family members around. It would not just be him and the child. And again, he has no place to stay. He's staying at friends' houses. His next court date will be a month out. He has no place to go.
Thank you. Mr. Pfeiffer, how old is Colton?
Colton is 19. He'll be 20 in a couple of weeks.
And Cadence is 16?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Pfeiffer, I need you to keep the phone on you, sir, and stop moving.
Okay. I was trying to let my dad see too.
Your dad doesn't
sorry.
need to see. You need to see.
All right, I'm going to change the
Okay.
bond to not to harm, harass, or confront.
Okay.
All right, anything else on the Pfeiffer matter?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you. And you're ready on Mahalik?
I am, Judge.
All right, looks like we lost Miss Mahalik. We got to bring her back in.
She's in the waiting room. It looks like Solari might be back. I don't know if we can.
Counsel, are you ready on Solari?
Yes, I am, Judge.
What are we doing?
Judge, this is going to be that where we hold the plea under abeyance,
right?
Or advisement.
All right, anything else? I think I already accepted the plea, didn't I?
I believe
Did we
so,
get that
Mr.
far?
You couldn't, Mr. Solari wasn't able to speak.
Right.
He had a problem with the audio.
All right. Those are bench warrants. Yeah. Mr. Solari, you understand your rights and options after discussing those with counsel?
Did we lose him again, Judge?
That's why I suggested speakerphone.
Okay, I will do that. One moment.
I'll bring in Mahalik.
Please.
Keontae Harris, just stand by, okay?
Yes. This is totally out of the blue, but do you guys have attorneys for Prevost or Rivers?
Prevost, I think we already took care of.
We dismiss it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dismiss it.
We haven't talked
And
to
then-
anybody on Rivers. Miss Belcher, are you ready on Mahalik?
Ready, Judge.
Miss Mahalik, can you hear me?
You have to unmute yourself, ma'am.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. What are we doing on Miss Mahalik's file?
Your Honor, I was able to speak with Ms. Gillis. It's my understanding they'll be reducing the DWLS to no ops and dismissing the no proof of insurance. Is that correct, Ms. Gillis?
Yes.
All right, and do you understand your rights and options, Ms. Mahalik?
Yes, Your Honor.
You've discussed your rights and options with counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand the added charge and the possible penalty for that charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Understanding that, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily to that added charge today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hey, Andy, tell Heather I just caught myself. I've been stamping everything with yesterday's date.
Okay, I'll let her know.
Ms. Mahalik, on February 19, 2020, did you drive a vehicle in Belleville?
Yes, Your Honor.
And at that time, was your license suspended, revoked, or denied?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ladies, satisfied with the plea?
Satisfied.
As am I. Ms. Mahalik, I'll accept your plea to the added charge, dismiss both of the original charges. And Ms. Belcher, you've confirmed our contact info and sending that on?
Yes, Andy should already have it, Your Honor.
Thank you. Anything else I should consider before I set the terms of sentence?
Just as her financial situation, Your Honor, she did indicate she's furloughed right now, so she has limited income.
Furloughed from where, ma'am?
I work at Hilton on Plymouth Road, Doubletree.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Anything you want me to consider, Ms. Mahalik?
No, Your Honor.
All right. On the no valid operator's license on person file, total fines, it costs $600. I'm happy to set you up with a payment plan on that if you want to do weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly payments.
Can I do monthly, sir?
How much?
60, okay?
It's fine. When you want to start?
This couple days, upcoming month, next month.
Give you until next Friday. That give you enough time, or you want to go further out?
Next Friday is fine.
That's the 6th. All right, don't miss a payment. If you're having any problems, let us know before you miss a due date, because if you miss a due date, the computer picks up the late fees and penalties automatically.
Do I just pay online then?
You can pay online, but if you do that, it's going to cost you extra money with the third-party vendor fees. You can mail us payments. You can drop them off at our Dropbox 24/7, or currently between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, you can do a face-to-face transaction.
Okay.
Anything else?
Thank you. No, thank you.
You're all set.
Thank you.
And Mr. Nunley, are you ready on Willis?
Yes, I am.
All right, Mr. Willis, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Nunley, what are we doing?
At this time, Judge, we just like to get a discovery order so that I could get the police report, any and all videos from the traffic stop, booking room videos, squad car, all the good stuff.
Okay. Jane, can you make all that happen by the 20th, or you want to go further out?
Well, this is a misdemeanor. You know what? I'm going to just be honest. The faster way is if you email him a discovery order and he goes to the police department.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, so I don't even have a file. We couldn't even find the file. So I might have to recreate the file from the police department. So I'll be over there asking for the stuff too. So.
Well, I mean, if she's going to go over there and grab it, I mean, if you could grab me a copy, I'd be forever indebted to you. I'm out here in St. Clair Shores, so, you know, it's a bit of a hike to get out there. I can if I have to.
Okay. I live near you. Maybe I'll just drop it off at your house.
Oh, do you really? Well,
so let's go with the November 20 date. And if you need more time, we'll deal with it.
Do we have a time?
I'm going to need to know what jurisdiction and OIC is.
It's Airport Authority, and they're really good to deal with. You want to talk to Chris? Oh, Bennett.
I think the OIC is John Carmona.
He's just as easy to deal with.
Do we have a time for November 20th? Or are we gonna?
The clerks will pick it and send it a notice set up.
Okay.
Bond is continued. Mr. Willis, do you have any questions, sir?
Not at this moment.
All right. Have a great day. Royce, we're done with you for this morning.
Yep, that's it.
Thank you. Enjoy your weekend.
Your Honor, can I interrupt briefly?
Yep.
My 2 OWIs that I adjourned for discovery, do you want me to just prepare a standard discovery order and send it over for your signature? Or how do you want me to handle getting discovery on those?
Let's try it that way, and then if you have any problems, get me involved.
you want me to send a discovery order to you for this case too?
Jane, do you need a discovery order on that last one?
Are they appointed? No. I
They
mean,
are.
Yeah,
if they want videos, the videos are what is really killing us right now.
Okay.
Because they started evidence.com and they didn't think that, oh, maybe we should check to see if certain jurisdictions can talk to us. Like Southgate and Dearborn Heights cannot talk to our evidence.com, cannot be uploaded.
Right.
So I don't know the jurisdictions out here. Just tell me, you need discovery on Willis and its attorney Nunley. And then Belcher, what 2 cases you need discovery on?
Cheryl Ousley, Ousley. She was at 1020.
Okay.
And then the other one is, let me go and find that on my sheet. Pfeiffer, Rodney Pfeiffer. He's that child abuse one that we just had.
Yeah.
And then there was one more OWI that's for Lucas Tucker at 940.
Oh, I have discovery. I mean, I have that case, so I can put a sticky note on that. Tell me the jurisdiction for Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer, I do not have anything on him, so I don't know. I think it might be Sumter from what the plea form said.
And I already lost that file. It went out.
Yeah, the
Did
judge.
Ousley go out?
Form Pfeiffer is Sumter Township.
And what about Ousley?
Ousley, I have nothing on. I can look it
Jane,
up.
just check with Andy before you get out of here today. We can give you all that.
Okay, and then tell me just one last question for Ms. Belcher. What's your email?
Leanna, Leanna, at Belcher, BELCHER, lawfirm.com.
Okay, I will, that I can get to you right away.
Thank you so much.
I know how to.
All right, Mr. Bedore, let's try it again on Mr. Solari.
Okay, I have Mr. Solari on the on my cell phone on speaker.
Can you hear me, Mr. Solari?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. All right, you've discussed your rights with counsel. You understand those rights and options?
Yes.
And you've discussed the possible penalty for the charge of brandishing a weapon in public?
Yes.
Understanding all of this, are you pleading guilty to that charge freely and voluntarily today?
Yes.
All right, counsel, why don't you do some voir dire for a factual basis?
Okay, Mr. Solari, were you in Van Buren Township, County of Monroe, and not County of Monroe, County of Wayne, State of Michigan, on or about July 22nd, 2020?
Yes.
Okay, and on that date, did someone appear at or near your property?
Yes.
Okay, and that property was in Van Buren Township?
Yes.
And did you brandish a firearm at that individual?
Yes.
And that was not in self-defense, correct?
Correct.
All right. Judge, I think that's enough unless you need some more info.
Ms. Gillis, you satisfied?
Satisfied.
So am I. Let's talk sentencing, Mr. Bedard. What should I consider before I do that?
Judge, Mr. Solari has been extremely helpful with me on this case, contacted me right away, of course, because of COVID, things were delayed. I think you will not hear from him again. He's not somebody that causes a lot of trouble. And I would ask that you take his plea under advisement.
Okay. Any prior criminal history?
Not that I'm aware of, Mr. Solari. Any prior criminal history the court needs to know about? Anything like a misdemeanor or felony?
Nope.
No, Judge.
I can look right now, but nope, he has none. And the victim actually said that he apologized to him. And that goes a long way in my book.
It goes a long way in mine as well. Matter of fact, it just saved him $250. Mr. Solari, I'm going to go along with the prosecutor. I'll delay sentence on this for 6 months. During that time period, sir, no new criminal offenses. Court costs are assessed the amount of $750. We've already got a bond of $200, so that will require a payment of $550. I can set you up with a regular payment plan or a month, just a due date.
Hold on. Okay, yeah, we'll do a payment schedule.
We want to do monthly?
Yeah.
How much per month and when can you start?
Can you do $50 a month?
Sure. Start when?
Beginning of November.
Next Friday is the 6th. How's that work?
That'll work.
Okay, don't miss any payments, sir. If you're having trouble, let us know so we can stop the clock so you don't have late fees and penalties.
Can it be mailed in, or do I got to bring it in and drop it in the drop box?
Either way is an option for you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
Judge, as far as that motion for the return of the weapon, is that something that I have to notice up for a hearing, or is that just something I send to the prosecutor and yourself and you'll make a determination?
You can do it that way.
Okay, Judge.
Yeah, I don't think we need a hearing on that. If,
All right.
if your argument just absolutely blows me away and I want to question you about it, then we'll set up a hearing.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be a pretty standard, can we pretty please have the gun back?
I just wanted to give you the option.
Okay, Judge.
All right. Mr. Solari, you're all set, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Counsel, where are we at on Bowman?
Judge, with Bowman, I would be asking in the future to have a motion date on this. This is a pretty old case, but there's some issues with the case. And I'm not a person that floods the court with motions, just to let you know. So if I feel there needs to be a motion, I think
Sure.
there needs to be a motion.
Let's do this then. I'll just have Paula contact you in the prosecutor's office and pick a date.
Okay.
All right, I'll throw this one on her desk. She's not here today. We'll get that taken care of next week, hopefully.
Make sure you send them to me.
Yeah, I'm putting your name on it, Jane.
You can email them, just don't file them and then mail them to me, because if you mail them to me, it takes about 3 weeks for it to get to me.
Can I get your email real quick then?
J. Gillis at waynecounty.com.
Wayne County. Is that the full COUNTY? Or is
Yeah,
it-
Wayne County, all one word,
Okay.
.com.
All right, will do.
Roman is here in the meeting. I don't know if he can hear or speak, but did you need to talk with him?
Say that again, Andy. I stepped away.
Mr. Bowman is here in the meeting. I don't know if he can hear us or if he can speak. He was here and he left and he came back.
It just took me off the page, I guess. I don't know.
All right, Mr. Bowman, we're gonna adjourn this matter. Your attorney's gonna file a motion date, so you'll be hearing more about that later. Understood?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else, counsel?
No, Judge, that's it. Thank you very much for your help today.
You're welcome. Enjoy your day.
All right, you too.
We have two defendants in the waiting room. They have both waived MIDC. I believe
Which-
Keonta Harris was here first and she was scheduled at 9:50.
Okay.
Harris?
Harris, Jane, Harr.
Okay.
Looks like a
Got it.
motor invalid certificate of insurance misdemeanor and impeding traffic civil infraction. Miss Harris, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Miss Harris, my name is Brian Oakley. I'm one of the judges at the 34th District Court. I understand you have waived your right to an attorney for today's purposes.
Yes, I just said an attorney wasn't needed.
Okay. And Miss Jane Gillis is joining us. She is the Assistant Wayne County Prosecutor handling these files. Miss Gillis, is there an offer on the table for Miss Harris to consider?
Yes, well, let me ask a question. Ms. Harris, have you gotten your insurance?
Yes, so I was driving my husband's car to work and his car was the car that I was driving. His car does not have insurance. The car that I drive to work every day does.
Okay. I'll drop the.
Yeah, I drove his car. Yeah, I drove his car one time only. And, I was pulled over. His car did not have insurance at the time and it does not have insurance now. It's actually in storage. It's in our garage. It's not being driven, but.
Okay, I'll drop the invalid certificate of insurance and you can plead to the impeding traffic.
Understand the offer, Miss Harris?
It's no point.
Yes.
And do you have enough information to make a decision on that offer?
Yes, I accept.
All right, I'll dismiss the misdemeanor, $180 on the impeding traffic. You want a due date on that, or do you need a payment plan?
Yes, can I pay a payment put it on a payment plan?
How much, how often, and when can you start?
So I can start today and I can do every 2 weeks, $30 every 2 weeks.
How about 60 a month?
Yes.
And can you start that
Stop making
on
noise.
November 13th? It's a Friday.
Yes.
All right, any questions?
Yes.
What?
Okay, so how do I go about making payments?
You can pay in person Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. You can drop your payment in our Dropbox 24/7 at the court, or you can mail it to us. You can go online with our website and pay it online, but then you're going to pay third-party vendor fees.
Okay, so as long as I take the cash or credit card, I can actually walk inside the courthouse to
Nope.
pay.
You can come to the front door and we'll let your money walk in the courthouse.
Gotcha, but I gotta have the exact dollar amount to pay.
Well, within reason.
No credit.
Within
Okay, no
reason.
credit or
Yeah.
debit.
Yeah. No, we can
Okay,
do credit.
got it.
We can do credit and debit at the courthouse.
Okay, but
You'll pay regular fees on that because there's no third-party vendor.
Got it.
Understood?
Okay, understood. And this needs to be paid by the 13th.
Got you
first
set up at
payment.
$60 a month, starting on or before the 13th. So we'll always take money early and we'll always take extra money.
Okay, but the 13th of every month until the 180 is paid.
Correct.
Okay, is there anything
When
else
you-
that I have to
When
do?
you come in the first time to make your first payment, they'll actually give you a payment plan on paper.
Okay, okay. Okay, thank you. Is there
You're
anything
welcome.
else that I need to do or as far as logging back on to the
Nope.
site or
Nope, stay
communicating?
out of trouble.
I was literally going to work. I work for hospice care in Ann Arbor. I was going to work
And
during the
I'm
whole
glad,
pandemic.
I'm
like-
glad I wasn't your husband when you got home that night.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Have a nice day. Let's see what Whittington's got to say. WHI.
Letting him in now. He is scheduled at 10:30 and he
Thank
has
you.
waived MIDC.
Thank you.
Whittington. Okay, I saw that one.
Mr. Whittington, can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Mr. Whittington, my name is Brian Oakley. I'm one of the judges at the 34th District Court. I understand you waived your right for an attorney today?
Yes.
All right. Ms. Gillis is joining us. She's the Assistant Wayne County Prosecutor that's handling your file. Ms. Gillis, is there an offer for Mr. Whittington?
Is he DWLS? Is that what this is?
It's operating without license on person.
And I have a valid license right now on me.
And his printout does show record clear, Ms. Gillis.
Okay, how about impeding?
Mr. Whittington, the offer on the table is a civil infraction impeding, which doesn't even go on your abstract unless you don't make your payments. So unless you default on payments, it won't even go on your abstract with Secretary of State. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You like that deal?
Yes.
All right. I'll take a plea from you to impeding. I'll dismiss the misdemeanor. Fines and costs on the impeding, $250. Can you pay that on a due date or you need a payment plan?
I can pay that on the due date.
How much time do you need, sir?
I can pay as soon as possible.
Next Friday?
Yes.
All right. Payment options. You can pay online. If you do that, it's going to cost you extra money because there's a third-party vendor that processes those. You can mail us a check or money order. You can drop payment off in our Dropbox here at the court 24/7. And Monday through Friday between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m., you can do a face-to-face transaction with one of our security officers. Any questions?
Okay, so, yes, that was, you said you have a Dropbox at the court office, that's 34th District Court?
On
So
Wayne
with a
Road,
money-
yes, sir.
So with a money order in the envelope, I could drop it there?
Absolutely.
And what was it, I could see the security officers?
If you want to do a face-to-face transaction, our security guys answer the door and take care of that.
Okay, and what days and times was that?
Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Okay, I had to have the money order for them too.
Or you can do cash with them, cash,
Oh, I
credit.
can do cash with them and it's
Yeah,
$250?
anything
Okay,
that, anything you can usually do at our cashier, we can do.
Okay, yes, all right. I will. I'll like that. I'll do that option with the security.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's it.
Good luck.
All right, thanks.
Defendant Stacy Pounds is here in a breakout room with Leanna right now.
Thank you.
Judge, I have a ton more cases left. Aren't we almost done?
Lots of no-shows, Jane.
Ah. Yeah, it
That's-
seems like,
I think our failure to appear rate is higher with Zoom than it was in person.
oh yeah, I can see that. Well, sometimes people are just scared to go out.
Well, you know what though? But why aren't they showing up on Zoom?
Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't explain.
You know, in the old days, you know, I'm afraid to go to court because they might throw me in jail. Well, what the hell? I can't throw you in jail if you're sitting on your bed in your bedroom with your
Right.
laptop.
What cracks me up is we have a little chat amongst all ourselves. This is stuff people do on Zoom.
You know what? I haven't really seen too much crazy stuff. I had one guy smoking one day and I said, sir, really? I said, you wouldn't smoke in my courtroom. Could you put the cigarette out?
There was a guy today smoking.
I missed it. The best one is I heard that happened in Plymouth with Judge Lowe. He was talking to the woman on Zoom, and in the background, a naked man walked into view, saw what was going on, turned around and went back. The women never knew what was going on, and Lowe never told her. He just kept running the case.
In Lincoln Park, they had a lady who Zoomed in for her case, and she was getting highlights in her hair. So she had the foil all over her
Right.
hair, and she was at the salon.
Yeah.
They've had some doozies out in Monroe. I don't even want to go into what they've seen there.
Yeah, I haven't had any crazy stuff here. Are we ready on Mr. Pound's file, Ms. Belcher?
Kinda. And I don't know if we can do this on the record with Ms. Gillis. So I reviewed Mr. Pound's file on the court website. It looks like he tried to do a plea by mail. He was a little confused. He thought this matter was resolved. Judge, I didn't know if you could provide any insight. It's
Let
a
me look.
DWLS second.
It looks like there is some communication from him. Yeah, this is probably one of those where we sent the paperwork back to him and he was probably released by then. Mr. Pounds, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear.
If you remember, I know this was 3 years ago. Do you remember when you got released from jail?
I was never in jail for you guys. I left Michigan in
He lives in-
2007.
He
I
lives in
haven't
Georgia now.
All right, well, we
I
sent
haven't-
him a plea by mail back in 2015 and we never got it returned. So that's what happened.
Okay. I actually, let's see, I'm trying to look it up in my email now. I literally paid this like it was back in June.
No,
And I got a and I
you didn't pay
contacted
this. Let me stop you right there. You did not pay this. You might have paid some other tickets that you got at the same time, but you didn't pay this one. So let me look in the file and see if there were other charges issued with this. Because that's almost always what happens, Mr. Pounds, is that the officer writes 2 or 3 things on the ticket and you pay some of it, but you miss one.
Okay.
When I looked it up, Your Honor, usually it shows other cases. It only shows this one on the court website for Mr. Pounds. It doesn't show anything else on my end.
This might have been a standalone, but there's not a single receipt for payment in this file.
Well, I paid the $45.
That's for the clearance fee, Mr. Pounds, for you going into suspension on this one because you went into warrant status.
Okay.
But as far as the fines and costs associated, the judge hasn't imposed anything. So other than the $45, there would be nothing for you to pay. You paid that $45 so you could lift the suspension and work towards getting your license clear.
Yeah, and there's no bond that's ever been posted on this one either.
He does only have one case with us. I can confirm that.
Thank you, Andy. All
Okay.
right, so what are we gonna do, Ms. Belcher? You need some more breakout time or where are we
If
at?
there's an offer Ms. Gillis would like to communicate, I don't know if there's anything. I know he lives in Georgia. He stated he was in the military. He's been working to clear his license. I do show back in July that he did get the clearance for this case. I don't know what else he has. Obviously, I can't access his driving record and it was just spot appointed. So
Yeah,
I've been
we're-
unable to prepare ahead of
we're-
time.
The SOS Secretary of State in Michigan shows him clear.
He can plead to allowing an unlicensed person.
Mr. Pounds, that is going to get rid of the points and it's not going to abstract. I would recommend you take that deal if in fact you did not have a license on the date you were stopped. That is a good offer.
I didn't hear exactly what was being.
It's going to be a plea offer to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. That is a 0-point misdemeanor that does not abstract to the Secretary of State, meaning it will not get reported on your driving record.
Okay. And what will be required on my end?
I'm gonna be nice to you on the fines and costs just because this is so old and it sounds like you have been trying to do something to take care of business. So it's gonna be, you're gonna have to pay fines and costs and that's it. I'm not putting you
Okay.
on probation. You're not gonna do any jail time, anything like that.
Okay. And how much would that be? And
$400.
And how would I go about taking care of that? I can pay that today.
We can do it on a credit card or debit card on our website, but for that one, it's gonna cost you an extra roughly $13, $14 in vendor fees.
That's quite all right. I can pay
Okay.
that today.
All right, so you want to take the deal?
Yes, sir.
All right, did you drive a vehicle at or near the airport July 17, 2007?
Yes,
And at that time, was there something wrong with your license?
it was suspended.
All right, ladies, you satisfied with the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's fine.
All right,
Satisfied.
I'm dismissing the original charge, sir. If you go, just do an internet search for 34th District Court, our website will come up and the payment options will be there.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
I'll
you,
take
sir.
care of that right now.
And Ms. Belcher, have you had any conversation with Ms. Ely?
I have not, Your Honor, and there is another client of mine who was scheduled that I would like to address briefly, if that's okay, at 10 a.m.
What's the name?
Joseph Rivers.
Rivers?
Oh,
Yes.
let's do that right now.
I'm listening.
So Mr. Rivers is not going to be appearing today, Your Honor. When I originally was assigned your docket, there were only 4 or 5 matters up. Teresa notified me about 2 days ago that additional matters have been added. I contacted Andy. She got me the docket. I never received a notice. I've been trying to get in contact with Mr. Rivers since that time, but I
Can I
have
just interrupt you? I'm dismissing the case.
Oh, perfect. Thanks, Jane.
That-
Thumbs up.
The victim doesn't want to go forward.
I know the victim was his son. I did get the discovery packet, so that's great. Thanks, Jane.
All right, so I'll dismiss that file. All right. Miss Ely has 2 files with us. One is a violation of parental responsibility from Romulus. I just need to ask Miss Ely a question or two, and then I think I can dismiss that one. Miss Ely, this was written back in January 29 in 2019. Was this a situation where you had a child or more than one child that wasn't making it to school on a regular basis?
Yes, sir.
All right, the prosecutors asked us to dismiss these pre-COVID files, so that's going to be dismissed. Understood?
Yes, sir.
All right. Then the file that's up for today for Miss Ely is 2 counts. Count 2 is domestic violence. Count 1 is child abuse 4th. The offer that was in the file, Miss Belcher, was she pleads to the first count, second count dismissed.
Okay,
So,
Your Honor, I would like to get the discovery on this one from
Want to
Jane.
just adjourn it then?
Yeah, if that's okay. And then she was one of the ones that was added when I got the contact sheet. I did try to get in touch with Miss Ely. I don't know if she received my voice message. If she could just give me her contact information. I called her yesterday. I don't know if she got a missed call from a 734 number.
I did get a call yesterday. I don't
Okay,
recall
can
it.
you make sure I have a good number for you then? Because I left a message with the number that I found on the court file, and I just want to make
Uh-huh.
sure that's a
It
good.
was probably an old number. My new number is 313.
Okay.
690-4831.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Ely.
Thank you.
All right, so let's set a bond. We'll adjourn this till November 20th. Let's talk bond. Ladies, either one of you have anything to say before I set bond?
Your Honor, I haven't had a chance to speak with Miss Ely. I mean, obviously, she's got
Yeah.
notification. She zoomed in herself without contact from an
Right.
attorney trying to take care of these matters. I would request a personal bond.
I just want to know where the kid is and how the child is and how old the child is.
Miss
You're
Ely?
asking me?
Yeah,
Yes.
how old is it Elione? How do you say
Elmani.
it?
She just turned 14. And actually she's supposed to be at home, and when she was returned home, my sister was supposed to bring her back and she didn't. And I have no contact with anybody. I heard she moved to a whole different city, a whole different number. I don't know anything.
So your daughter's currently with your sister?
Yes,
Well, I mean, as far as you know.
I'm assuming,
Okay.
as I'm hearing everybody telling me.
All right, so I'm thinking personal bond, we'll just continue the no contact until at least the 11, 20 date, and then both of you will probably have more information.
You say not until when?
November 20, our next court date.
Okay.
And Miss Ely, I'm gonna be calling you again from a 734 number. That's my cell phone, so please keep an eye out for that number, okay?
Okay, I will.
All right, Miss Ely, raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm and acknowledge the debt payable to the court in the amount of $1,000 if you violate bond?
Yes.
Okay, so if you don't have any contact with your daughter, if your daughter tries to have contact with you, you contact Miss Belcher.
Okay.
All
I
right.
wasn't, when we were in the Zoom meeting, I couldn't hear anything that they were discussing, so I don't even know what's going on.
Well, basically, we're going to adjourn today's pretrial date till November 20 to give Miss Belcher a chance, number one, to talk to you, and number
Okay.
two, to get some information, discovery information to see what the prosecutor's office has.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Okay.
Anything else?
No, that's it. When we were in the Zoom, I couldn't hear anything that was going on, so I'm lost right
Okay.
now. I don't know what's going on, so.
All right, you're all set.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Is that your last case, Miss Belcher?
I get them as a request, so I.
No,
If
probably
there's
not.
nobody else.
Probably
You're gonna have to
not.
call me on Monday and go through the names and I'll,
Okay, do you want me to get your cell phone from Ben? Or do you call your work line?
cell phone from Ben, because this week I'm on call and I'm so exhausted.
No, I understand. I'll give you a call Monday. I'll text Ben right now to have him send me your contact information.
Okay.
And let's give it a few more minutes. I got nobody in the waiting room, so let's just see if anybody pops in while I'm handling some bench warrants.
Okay.
Mr. Basket?
Hey, Mariah,
Yes.
if we can get him connected, we can have him talk to Leanna and we can process him even though he's 2 hours late.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a call now because I'm not getting an answer from him.
You got the 452 number?
I'm just pulling it up now.
I got it. You know what? I got him.
Okay.
Take care of something else. I got this.
Okay.
Hello?
Mr. Basket, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How you doing?
Good. You wanted to talk to a court-appointed attorney today?
Well, yeah, I was just calling because I had a meeting. I had a court appointment today at 9:30, and I tried to call in. I guess I had a lot of problems. I had to work at 8 o'clock, so
Okay.
I had like a real bad schedule conflict.
Okay, Mr. Basket, let me stop you. You're giving me a lot of information. All I ask is, do you want to talk to a court-appointed attorney today?
Sure.
Okay. Andy, are you still with me?
I'm here.
Can you put Miss Belcher and Mr. Basket in a breakout room? The
And
charge is
before you do-
charges
Jane, is there
drove
a
while,
number?
hold on.
Sorry.
Charges
Sorry.
drove while license suspended at second. All right. Now what do you got, Miss Belcher?
Sorry, Judge, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Jane, is there an offer while I go to the breakout room with him?
Is this license clear now or not?
I'm looking. It is not. It's far from. He's got three suspensions out of East Point to clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from Detroit to clear.
I mean, he's a DWLS second. I can offer a first, but he's got a lot of issues.
The ones in Detroit should
No,
be
no,
clear.
no, no.
You asked for an attorney. Let the attorney talk for you, Mr. Basket.
Miss Gillis, if we adjourn for him to clear some of these up, would you reconsider if we had him come back on the November 20th date?
If he can clear them, he gets allowing unlicensed, but he has to be clear.
Okay.
I don't know if that's enough time.
I'll speak with him in a breakout room. Thank you.
All right, so I'm just going to adjourn this one to the 20th. I'll let you explain to Mr. Basket why we're doing that, and then he can just close out. He doesn't have to come back on the meeting.
Okay. And Andy, do we have a number you can send me?
I've got a phone number. Mr. Basket, is this a good number? 313-452-8204?
Yes, sir.
And the address on Seaburn is a good address?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're going to hook you up with a conversation with Miss Belcher right now, and then we'll see you again on November 20th.
Thank you, Judge.
Good
Thank
luck,
you, Judge.
Mr. Basket. And
Thank you.
Jane, I think that takes care of us,
Okay, great.
unless we get another straggler in.
Okay. So many that didn't show.
Yeah, that's the norm.
These are all my OWIs, almost all of them.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yep. I'm taking them up front right now so we can get them in the bench warrant process.
judge wanted me to let you know that we're all set for today.
All right, perfect. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Can I ask you something?
too.
That Kenyon Rice was failure to appear, right?
Let me check. Correct. Kenyon Rice did not appear.
Okay, great, thanks. Hmm.